Good evening everyone and welcome back to TCR Trinity Competitive Racing. This is Season 12 action tonight, coming from the Silver class and the Singapore Grand Prix for round 9. Singapore, the first ever Formula 1 race, was held here back in 2008. It's been a permanent fixture on the calendar ever since. It's a pretty challenging circuit. Lots of corners here, 23 corners in total at this track. And it should be a very interesting race tonight. My name is Chatty Duck. I will be talking you around this race this evening, and joining me tonight is Captain Blade. So Captain, how are you doing?
Hello, I'm doing good. Excited for the race, you know, see what the silver class can do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Singapore is a very hard track, you know. Personally, I never do good here, so excited to see what these drivers can do.
Yeah, it's a tricky track. It's a long track. Lap times here during the race can certainly be well into the 1 minute 40s range. Qualifying times, well, as I say, that Camden Luca sets a 1:36, which is around about where we can probably expect the lap times to be in this qualifying session. As now Juan comes up to the line and he's a couple of seconds slower than Camden Luca. So Captain Blade, what do you think are the keys to getting a good lap on this track?
I think it's just mainly making sure you don't lose traction, you know. This track is very hard on the rears. Not overheating your tires are one of the most important things. It's very easy to overheat your tires here. So if you can keep your tires at a cool temperature, you've already done half of the job around here. And obviously just using the most of the tracks.
Yeah, and that's quite challenging to do around here because obviously with it being a street circuit, the walls are obviously very close, and when you're trying to exploit the full limits of the track, it can be very easy to hit the wall and do some damage to your car. So hopefully we don't see too much of that tonight.
We have here Broom Handle, who has set a purple sector 1. Set a lap. See what he can do.
And he's just coming up now to the corner which used to be the Singapore Sling.
Yeah, it used to be a very deadly chicane.
Yeah, I used to see quite a few crashes through there, but now it's quite a simple left-hander by comparison to what it used to be. But Broomhandle going reasonably well through 2 sectors, coming up to the final sector of the lap. Broomhandle at the moment in the Drivers' Championship, sitting in P6, so having a decent stint in that Alpine. And we'll just see as he comes around the final few corners here what sort of lap time he's capable of through the fast final corner and up to the line, and he goes P2 with a 36.9.
P2. Nice lap, but still Camden has the fastest lap.
Yeah, into the mid 36s for Camden. Everyone else is at least a few tenths of a second off the pace that he has set
Broomhandle is
so far.
2/10 behind Camden, so looks like Camden has set a very good banker lap, so sure he'll be happy with that.
Yep, and still 10.5 minutes left in this session to potentially improve on that time. It's worth mentioning that the championship battle in this season in Silver Class is being pretty much dominated by the McLaren drivers. Blin Machine is currently leading the way ahead of Sir Charles, and it's pretty close up at the front. I believe the gap between those two is just 5 points. So it's not that often that we get an in-team battle for the championship, but we have that at the moment as we see STX move up to provisional pole, taking it away from Camden Luca by about 0.4 of a second.
Oh, yeah. So I've looked at the standings, and both McLarens are 1 point separated from each other, with Sir Charles having 109 points and his teammate being 108 points behind. Well, 108 points, yeah.
Oh wow, so it's even closer than I thought. I think those points have been updated since I saw them. I think Blin might have lost some points at Hungary. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so that's even closer then between the two McLarens. But as you'd expect, that means that they are leading the constructors.
Yes, they're leading the constructors for very healthy lead, I must say. 217 points, and the closest team behind is 138.
Yeah, so the McLaren definitely the team to beat in both championships. But now Camden Luca on his second flying lap, just starting it. And Wienerdrank's actually gone quicker than Camden Luca as well.
Yeah, times are getting up there now.
And it's worth saying that we are running strict corner cutting for this circuit. So the track limits are even more important going through qualifying and also in the race, where time penalties could become a factor. Although on a street circuit such as this, it can be a bit harder to cut corners because the track limits are often defined by the barriers. So we'll just have to wait and see on that. Although there are 4 drivers at the moment who haven't set a time yet. Valid, Newell, Kruner, Ericsson and Blin. And maybe they just haven't gone out yet.
Why don't he's in an outlap?
Yeah, Blin on an outlap, Ericsson also on an outlap, Kruner and Valid Newell in the pits. I don't know if they've got a qualifying ban or something like that, but maybe they're just trying to save some tyres.
Camden Luca has invalidated his lap.
So maybe he'll be going round again. But Blin has just started his first lap of the session, sitting just 1 point off the championship lead at this stage, and looking to put himself in a strong position here for the race as he comes to the end of the first sector with a purple sector time through there, 26.977. And then just coming through these tricky corners in the middle of the lap. Looked for a moment like he might hit the wall, but he managed to avoid it. And then through that old Singapore sling section, and then to turn 13, this slow left-hand hairpin. And then on this straight you finish off the second sector. And he's done a 1 minute 4.5 at this point. Into the third sector with just a handful of corners to go. It's a yellow flag ahead, but that was just for a slow Williams, I think that is. But Blin just a couple of corners to go on his first lap. Through turns 22 and 23 and up to the line, and he goes P7 with a 1 minute 37.5. So a bit off the pace at the moment from Blin.
Yeah, but he's got time to come back to the pits and come out on another lap and improve. And it was his first lap. Ooh, he hits the wall.
Yep, so he still does have that time, just over 5 minutes left. If he thinks he can improve. Camden Luca is coming around to finish a lap as we speak. Up to the line, looks like it could be quicker for him, and it's just slower.
0.02 of a second from P1. Oh,
so close. But STX is also on a lap and he's improving.
It is worth mentioning that this was on 2-lap old softs, so he could come back into the pits and have a fresh set of softs and go faster.
Yeah, I don't know that he would want to start on those tires. I think he would hope to. Oh, as STX hits the wall after turn 13, he ran a bit wide there, but doesn't look like he's got any damage from that.
Yeah, I mean, in this game, might not look like any damage, but the most little touch could affect your performance by a lot.
And STX does back out of the lap. He's coming into the pits. Wienerdrank currently sitting P3. He's on an out lap, so that could well be his final run of this session once it gets going. We've still got Kruner in the pits. Valid Newell also hasn't set a time, but he's just invalidated, so he's going to have to go around and have another go. Anyone else going on a lap at the moment? Rafa Hulk just coming out of the final corner, and he moves up to 4th driver into the 1 minute 36. So it looks like there's a lot of cars still in the pits here. We've got 2.5 minutes to go in the session,
Camden,
so anyone...
STX is already out, and Camden looks like to be coming out. He's still in the pits.
Yeah. So yeah, STX has come out to set another time. Camden Lucas put on fresh softs, and Wienerdrank is just starting his lap now.
Yep.
Rafa Hulk is pretty much... Rafa Hulk, I think, is done in this session. He's not going to have the time to get pits and get out again. We've also got Broomhandle, Rockstar and Sir Charles on outlaps at the moment. Blinn is just leaving the pits, but I don't think he's going to have time to get round unless he cuts a few corners along the way. But let's see how Wienerdrank's getting on. As he comes through the first sector, he was 13 thousandths of a second down on his best time at that sector point.
Seems like he has his teammate in front of him. So could his teammate give him a bit of a tow? Certainly would help out. I think he might be. No, he's letting him go. He sets a purple setter too.
Oh, and Tafour's in the...
retired. Wienerdrank has managed to avoid him.
I don't think it lost him any time, because Tafour was luckily out of the way.
Nah, I don't think he is. She's coming around the last 2 turns. What's he's gonna put? He puts a 36.3. Wow.
So he stays in 3rd.
Yeah, he stays in 3rd. So the best. So the gap is less than a 10th. Top 3.
Yeah, very close, and SCX and Camden Luca have a chance to improve.
So he gets a bit of a tow from Wienerdrank. Camden Luca. So what is he going to do?
And SCX, we could be seeing a time in the 35s at the end of this session. from the Aston Martin driver. Just a couple of corners left now for STX.
What's the time going to be? And it's a 35 sits. Wow, it's a fast lap. And it's a
See how our championship leaders get on. Sir Charles in 6th place and Blin down in 9th.
Yeah, they're further down the grid than I'm sure they would like. So, and it's not the best track to overtake either. So, excited to see what they can do.
Yeah, and obviously in the wet, there's going to be no DRS. That's going to make it even more difficult for drivers to make a move. And this street circuit, which has some similarities to Monaco, although there are reasonably long straights here. So overtaking isn't completely impossible, but still likely to be.
Yeah, but without the use of DRS, you know, that will just only make it much harder.
Mm-hmm.
But then when it comes to the wet, that's where the drivers can be separated more, you know. That's where you can see who can drive in the wets and who cannot. So
Yep.
field gets separated very, very quickly in the wet. So we'll see what they can do.
And it's also the fact that in the full wet conditions, visibility for some of the drivers behind can be very difficult.
It's very bad. Not to talk about the dirty air, you know. Dirty air behind in the full wets is a lot.
Yep, certainly going to be challenging. And as we've mentioned before, this is a long race, 31 laps. And in the wet, those lap times could be up around the 2-minute mark. So it's going to be a real test of endurance for these drivers. This could well end up being around an hour long, and especially if we get safety cars as well. So the drivers will be tested to the full as we get ready for the start of the Singapore Grand Prix.
I must say the camera view that I'm getting right now from both Red Bull are pretty good.
5 red lights are on, and they go out for the start of the Singapore Grand Prix. And it doesn't look like Camden Luca got a good getaway at all. He's dropped down.
Looks like he stalled.
Yeah, got a terrible launch. He's all the way back in 7th, 8th.
With Blin. He's down to 7th place, so he lost a lot of position. The person who started in P3. STX gets away well. So he's already made up over a second gap.
Yeah, and Camden Luca's got himself back in front of Sir Charles after that poor start.
Right on the gearbox of he's gonna go for it on the inside, and he gets it.
So he's back into the top 5 after a poor start. STX, as you mentioned at the front, had a really good start, increasing his lead, and Rockstar as well, pulling away from Broomhandle.
Being in the lead in the wet is such a big advantage, because you don't have to worry about the dirty air and the low visibility. You know, you can see very good. So.
And Sir Charles actually lost another place to Valid Newell somewhere, so the two McLarens currently sitting in 8th and 9th place. They're in front of the championship. They're not at the front in this race, but they are next to each other on the track, although Blin is over a second away from his teammate at the moment.
Yes, it stands right now. Sir Charles will still be leading by 2 points. He'll be leading by 2 points at the end of the race, if it stays like this.
Well, there's a long way to go yet, and with the rain and everything else, who knows what's going to happen. I dare say that we'll probably end up getting at least one safety car in this race. And that fastest lap from STX gives you an idea of the times that we're likely to see.
When Crooner goes into the pits, I think he has damage.
Yeah, it must be. Can't think of any other reason why you'd come in.
So Crooner is the first victim of Singapore.
Yep, didn't take long. STX has a 3.4 second lead after one lap, so he clearly has got to grips with this track better than anyone else. And the rest of these guys can't really keep up.
He's performing very well.
Valid Newell is close to Rafa Hulk, and Sir Charles close to the back of the pair of them. But as we've said, overtaking tonight is going to be very difficult indeed, as Rafa Hulk's squirming away through over the Anderson Bridge.
You see Valinius gonna try to
virtual safety car.
Flag. Virtual safety car. Who's that?
Not sure what's happened there. Doesn't look like anyone has retired or crashed, but there is a virtual safety car.
Oh, it's Blin Machine. He has no front wing.
Oh, disaster for Blin.
Yeah. Could he have come in contact with his teammates?
Possibly. He was a bit far back when I last saw them, so I wonder if that's just a mistake Blin has made on his own. But this virtual safety car is helping him out a bit, because although he's obviously lost a lot of downforce, he's not losing too much time. Yeah, Tafur having issues as well. Surely Blin will come into the pits. Yep, there he goes. And if the virtual safety car stays out for much longer, it will help him out all the more, because he won't lose as much time as he could have done if the other cars were at full speed.
Yeah, this is not gonna help his championship at all. So there it is. He gets a new front wing. Virtual safety car is still up, and we're under green flag. The machine is still in the pits, with Tafur coming right up behind. He won't get the position. Oh, it's gonna be close. Force coming around. Turn one, and he gets the position.
And now Valid Newell very close to overtaking Rafa Hulk, but doesn't quite get close enough.
Ooh, Rafa Hulk goes a bit wide.
It's also close between... Oh, who's that that's gone off? Rockstar into the wall.
Rockstar into the wall.
And he's dropped back all the way to P8. I think he was up in second place before. So that's a crucial mistake from the Red Bull man.
I don't see any wing damage, so he might have gotten away with it.
Yeah, it looked like he just ran wide and was able to come to a stop before hitting the wall, so he should be okay to carry on without a pit stop. But that's given STX even more breathing space at the front. 7 seconds now is his lead.
Valini was still right up the gearbox of Rafa Hulk. There's another yellow flag, and it's towards the back. And it's...
Is that Juan?
Yeah, he might have spun, yeah.
Looks like he's got going again, so there won't be any need for a safety car or a VSC from that. Camden Luca is lining up a move on Wienerdrank at the moment, but he's not close enough into turn 1. Maybe he'll be able to make a move on the next straight, which would usually be a DRS straight, but of course no DRS with these wet conditions. And we got another virtual safety car. Now what is it this time? Again, it's hard to see that if anyone is slowing down on the... Oh, Juan is in the pits. Maybe it's a problem for Juan.
No, that was when he spun before. Yeah, so don't see anything for safety car. Don't see any reason.
So Juan has pitted for intermediates, which is interesting.
Don't think that's the right choice, as the track looks still very wet. You can see there's big puddles.
Yeah, and the rain still looks heavy.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure about that move by Juan, but we'll keep an eye on it.
See the gap to Tap 4, how fast he makes up. Going back to green flag racing.
And now Ericsson is out of the race.
Ericsson is out. Ericsson is out. You think he lost it at the bridge?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, lost the guy.
Oh, and there's some moves going on here. Valid Newell has got past Rafa Hulk.
Yeah.
And I think Camden Luca also got ahead.
So Camden got in front of Winnie Drank, and so did Valid Newell on Rafa Hulk. So while we were distracted by Ericsson crash, there was a big fight up the front. I'm surprised there's no safety car, as you know he's quite in the middle of the track on a very tight.
Yeah, it's a dangerous spot.
Oh,
and there is a safety car. There we go.
Yeah, Juan was the one who brought that out. He spun. Yeah, I don't think those inters were doing any good.
So there we go.
The good news for him is that it is safety car, so he will catch up to the pack again. On the other hand, bad news for S12, who will lose his big lead, who had a 7 seconds lead.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe he's confident that he'll be able to build that up again, because he clearly had very superior pace to everyone else.
Yeah.
But we said this was going to be a long race, and it's lap 5. We've got a safety car. We've already had a couple of virtual safety cars as well. And this heavy rain is making things even more difficult for the drivers.
Yeah. I mean, this track has the most corners out of any other track, with 23 corners. So, you know, it's a very long track. It's an endurance race.
Yeah, and it would be the longest race of the season in TCR, but Platinum Class will be doing a 100% race in the final round of the season at the US Grand Prix. Platinum Class usually does the 100% race in a season, and this season it's going to be at Circuit of the Americas.
Talking about Circuit of the Americas in Formula 1, in real life, we're going to be in the Circuit of the America this week. So very excited for that. What do you think is going to happen in that race?
I don't know. I think maybe it's a track that will favor the Red Bull slightly. So I think it could well end up being another victory for Verstappen. But I have to wait and see. This season has been unpredictable so far, to say the least.
Yeah. I mean,
a disqualification
for ignoring yellow flags.
So what has he done? Has he overtaken the safety car?
Yeah, I think he's overtaken the safety car. But then he's not leading, so I don't think why will he?
I think he was probably trying to unlap himself, and unfortunately this game doesn't let you do that.
I mean, in real life they would let you unlap yourself, but
yep, sadly not in the game.
For Juan. She gets disqualified with 13 drivers remaining. So 2 are out of the race, and we're only 5 laps in. Don't think the safety car will be coming in this lap, as still some people behind
Yeah.
to catch up.
Yeah, looks like Halberg, Blin and Kruner are lagging behind a bit at the moment, so they will catch up to the Snake. Well, to 4 as well. To 4 is
tougher
in the first sector.
Very far behind.
So hopefully by the end of the next lap, lap 7, we'll be able to get this race going once again. And we've got 2 Aston Martins at the front, because the safety car is an Aston Martin and STX is driving an Aston Martin as well.
Oh yeah. Ooh,
oh, STX
spins. No, he's
behind the safety car.
Yeah, he was warming up his tires and spun on the last corner. Oh, and he's down to 9th. Oh,
and is he going to be allowed to overtake these cars? He's just gone past Monkey Mafia.
He won't. He won't.
And Rockstar's picked up a 5-second penalty, so I guess that was given for overtaking STX when he'd spun.
No, it wasn't. Might have been, I don't know. But STX is now down to 8th. He was warming up his tires around the last corner and spun.
Wow, so we were saying that, you know, that big lead he had before the safety car, he lost that, and now he's lost the lead altogether.
Yeah, so STX right now has not been having, has going from very good now down to not so good. But we'll see what he can do. I mean, as you can see, he did have pretty strong pace while he was out in the lead. So I think he'll try and pull himself through the pack. With that being said, Broom Handles in the Alpine gets the lead with Camden in 2nd and Wiener Dark up to P3.
Yep, and it's also moved Sir Charles up to P6, which is important for the Drivers' Championship.
Yeah, Blin, who is in 11th, who's still out of the points.
Yeah, and still trying to catch up to the back of the queue behind Hallberg.
But I think he'll get
almost there now. Yep.
And I think T4 might be left behind from the restart.
Yeah, T4 still a long way away from the back of this queue. It's not been a sign for me to say the safety car's coming in, so we may be in for another lap.
No, safety car usually will be coming in now, but it's not. So T4 will have a chance to catch up to the pack. Oh, but I feel for Etsy now. I mean, I think now he's shown pace, so now he just got to keep his cool. I mean, when you have a spin like that and loosen it all, you're kind of blaming yourself a lot, and you know you'll make some mistakes. I must say though, I'm kind of an expert at spinning under safety cars. Yeah, I mean, I've lost the lead in races so many times. They're under safety car, trying to warm up my tires, but
yeah, I've actually got some experience of that as well.
I guess we're safety car spinners, buddy. Then.
Yeah. And now STX has gone past Rockstar.
Take Rockstar, yeah. I saw he's been trying to get alongside him and overtake him, and he does. I think Rockstar might have been might have been a little too far back, and the game allowed him to overtake.
Yeah, he's not had a penalty for it, so it seems like that was all okay in the eyes of the game for STX to do what he did.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've seen it on their safety car. I think it's when the car in front of you is a little like far behind and is telling him to catch up to the safety car. For you, it will say that the host is allowing the overtake. Safety car is in this lap. We've gotten a confirmation.
Yep, Tafor hasn't managed to
still
catch up.
I don't know how that's possible, but
I think he's just really struggling in the wet.
yeah, but I mean, safety car is going slow as a snail, so I'm pretty sure he will catch up. So, let's see what broom handle will do on the restart. Will he go early or will he go late? We'll see.
He's leaving it as late as possible.
And he's gone. Yep. He's gone, so we're back under green flag racing. Doesn't look like any action. Sir Charles is looking at the inside. Rafa Fogg doesn't get it. Blind Machine down the inside of turn 1 in Hallberg. Also leaves Crooner to go down the inside into turn 3, and he gets it. Hallberg loses 2 positions at the start of the restart of the safety car. Everything else
STX has also overtaken Sir Charles, and he's already closing up behind Rafa Hulk.
He's gonna go down the inside. He does late brake. Ooh.
Oh, and then a spin for Rafa Hulk, and he's hit by Sir Charles.
Oh.
I don't know if there was any damage there. Oh, and Blin has made up a few positions from that. Sir Charles is down to P10. Does he have damage? I can't tell at the moment.
I think he does. Ooh. But STX overtake on Rafa Hulk was around the outside, and Rafa Hulk was still down the inside. Don't think he expected that, so we'll see what the stewards will say.
Yeah, it kind of looked like maybe there wasn't enough room on the inside for Rafa Hulk, and then for Sir Charles, that was so unfortunate. He just was in the wrong place at the wrong time and potentially has wing damage, and Camden Luca overtakes Broomhandle to take the lead.
Yeah, he does.
On lap 9. Oh, and Sir Charles is off again.
Yep, I think he with wing damage, you know, locked up pretty easy and go straight. So we have a bit of a change with the McLarens. I mean, saying earlier on in the race, Blind Machine made a mistake or made contact with his teammate, and he was down to P12, yeah, kind of around there. But now the tables have turned, and Sir Charles is down there. As Valenius enters the pits, oh, he's got wing damage. Wait, no, yeah, he has got wing damage. He's going onto the inters.
Yep.
I think it's time for inters yet, though.
Well, I was just thinking that the track, the rain looks a lot less intense now.
Yeah, it looks.
And maybe there's fewer puddles than there were.
There's still some puddles on
the
track.
And a bit of a dive bomb from Wiener on Broomhandle, and that's cost him in the end and allowed STX up to second place.
Yep, STX already to second place from being P7 on the safety car. They're spinning from the lead. Now the gap to Camden up in front is 3 seconds. So we'll see. So we'll keep an eye out on Rafa Hulk and Valen Newell, who have both pitted for the inters. So keep an eye out.
Yes.
Seems like it is faster.
Well, Sir Charles also pitted, but he's put on another set of the wet tyres, so he doesn't seem to think that the track's ready yet for the Inters. He's gone for the full wets.
The rain has definitely. Oh, and that's S12 who's spun. I mean, the rain has come down a little bit, but there's still some puddles on the track, so. But Valid Newell is gaining on Hallberg on the Inters. As you can see here, Camden Luca with 158.7.
Wienerdrank is all over the back of Broomhandle.
Yep.
Looking for a way to get through onto a podium position. And he's got all of his ERS to use, although Broomhandle does as well, so he should be able to defend this.
It doesn't look like it will happen on this lap, so at least this corner. I must say, I think Wienerdark is much faster in the corners than Broomhandle. So could be Wienerdark is running higher wing than Broomhandle's. Yeah, you can see
Could well be.
Broomhandle is just like so much faster than Wienerdark on the straight. I must say, Valeniel put that 20-second gap down to 6 seconds now to Hallberg. So I think the Inters are probably a bit faster, but this might be just right at the crossover.
Yeah, so Charles and Tafor have also put on the intermediates now. We'll have to wait and see if they start to set purple sectors and fastest laps.
It's right up the gearbox of Bling Machine.
Oh, Blin nearly hitting the wall. It was a good job he didn't, because if he had done, Kruner would have been involved in an accident as well.
This set a purple setter too, so I think as SCS comes into the pits for the Inters, so it is time for the Inters. But Camden Lucas stays out. Oh, so SCS is going to look for the undercut. Everybody's coming in. Blin Machine comes in. Kruner gets a wing change. Comes out. Oh, never mind.
I think Valid Newell is about to set a fastest lap. Yep, 1 minute 57.
So the
Inters are the quicker tyre. So Rockstar and Camden Luca, who stayed out, might end up being the incorrect decision that they have made.
It's a 17 gap to Rockstar, STS to Rockstar, and to the leaders 28 seconds. So Camden might get away with it. I think the amount of time you lose in the pits are about 25 seconds or something.
Yeah, the pit lane here is quite slow. I think the speed limit is one of the slower ones.
7 miles per hour, yeah.
Yeah. So the drivers will lose more time through there. But STX looks to be closing that gap to Rockstar.
He's not closing as fast as you would think he is. He's only closed down about almost 2 seconds. You'd think it would be more, as you know. Valenu will set a pretty faster time.
Camden Luca is coming into the pits.
Yep.
And I assume Rockstar will do the same.
The gap when STX, the gap to Camden Lucas from STX was 26.2 when Camden was in the pits. STX, as he goes up on turn 22.
Kruner is out of the race.
He's on the main straight. Oh, and a safety car.
Safety car. Kruner crashed.
And it is a safety car. But STS does come out in front. Ooh!
Oh, what has just
And
happened?
Camden has hit the safety car. Camden has hit the safety car and is out of the race.
Oh,
Ooh.
no way.
Yeah, I just seen it.
Oh, and his car's right on the racing line in turn
Ooh.
1.
And
Did
that's
someone
Blind
else
Machine
hit it?
who's gone in the back of him.
Oh, Blin's hit him and
gets
he's
a
lost his
5
front wing
seconds.
again.
And gets a 5-second penalty for that. Oh, safety car instead of stopping the problems, just created more.
Oh, no way has that happened.
Yeah, Camden has hit the back of the safety car, so he was coming out of the pits. And his car rolled out towards the middle of the track.
And the safety car is waiting in the first sector for STX to catch it. So,
but Villeneuve is in P2, so both Aston Martins right now, P1, P2, and in a bit of a lap will be top 3 Aston Martin.
yeah.
Oh, that's... I can't believe it.
So did you see what happened? Because on my screen it looked as though he had.
I seen it. I was on board with STX, but I did see a little bit. Camden. So what happened is STX was coming in turn 1, and I think the safety car slowed down to let STX pass by. And Camden, I don't think he expected to the safety car to stop, and hits the back of the safety car and then rolls out to the track, and causing Blind Machine to hit the back of him.
What a mess.
Yeah, I must say the pit exit here is very, it's very hard to take it out. So this Blind Machine does pit. We'll see where he comes out.
He should still be able to be ahead of his
P8,
teammate, which is crucial, of course, for the drivers.
Second penalty, to serve.
So that's going to cost him a bit more time, but I think he will still come out ahead of Holberg and Sir Charles.
Yeah, which is very good, as he will have a cars. He have a car between his teammate, which will be helpful for his championship. Which I think he would take he would be the championship leader if it stays like this. Oh no, Holberg overtakes him.
Oh, he does, yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't think that was gonna happen from how far in front Lim was, but I guess that just shows again how slow it is.
The pit is so slow. So both McLarens next to each other with a championship battle. So I must ask, will they be teammates or will treat each other as rivals?
I think they've got to treat each other as rivals at this point.
Yeah, I mean, both Red Bulls, who are the one in second place, they are P3 and P5 as it stands right now. So they will catch up to McLaren quite a bit. Then McLaren has a pretty healthy lead on them. I think almost about 100 points.
So we're not going to see, well, I hope we're not going to see STX make another mistake behind the safety car like he did behind the first one when he was leading the race.
Yeah.
Just needs to keep it cool and warm up his tyres a little bit. Not too much though.
As we see 3 green cars in the front of the lead.
Yep. Rafa Hulk is in the pits.
Oh, that looks pretty good. So they're coming down the straight, the Aston Martin in front, and then both the other Aston Martins crossing paths as they're warming up their tires. Look pretty good, I must say. Reminds me of both Red Bulls in Baku.
Yep.
So I think safety car might be coming in this lap. So we have Blitten Machine and Halberg to catch up. Yep. So the McLarens and the Ferrari to catch up.
So maybe one more lap. I think they would have said by now if the safety car was coming in. These drivers are going to have a lot of spare fuel at the end of this race, that's for sure.
Yeah. And with being in the wets, you know, you save up quite some fuel. So I think if right now, you know, I would be trying to burn as much fuel. Try and get the car to the lightest as possible as you can.
And how would you do that? Would you be revving the engine to do that?
Yeah, just rev the engine out, you know, burn some fuel.
Yeah.
That's what I usually like to do on their safety car, you know. Just like Rafa Hulk was doing. Only thing, he was trying to warm up his rears. Yep, as he's doing right now. So you can see he's just revving his engine out.
Yeah, he is, yeah. Can't see anyone else is actually doing it, so Rafa Hulk getting ahead of the game at the moment.
Rockstar might be also doing it. I just saw him revving out his engine.
So the field now has caught up except for Tafor. But I think at the end of the last safety car he hadn't caught up and the race restarted anyways. So I think that this will probably be the last lap behind the safety car before we get going again.
So we're halfway through the race. 16 laps. You know, 15 laps, yeah. 15 laps left. And there will be 15 laps left of racing once we're back.
Feels like it's been a long race already.
Yeah, I mean, this track is, you know, very, very long, and in the wet doesn't really help it either, you know. And with the amount of virtual safety cars, and we've had 2 safety cars already, so it makes it much longer. As you can see there, safety car is coming in this lap.
And STX is backing up the field.
Yeah. Room handle on the safety car last time. He didn't leave it as late as possible, so I wonder if STX will try to do the same.
Well, STX has actually caught up to the safety car again, so he's not got much of a gap to if he wants to start accelerating. Although he does get going now.
Early.
And I think he's caught his teammate off guard a little bit.
Yeah, he's gone very early. 8 tenths to his teammate, so he did He did catch his team. Oh, big lockup from STX. See any action? Oh, and Bling Machine down the inside of Hallberg. Gets the overtake done. So Charles was a bit late to the action, but he's right up the Yabataho. He gets a great exit out of turn 3 and overtakes him before turn 4.
And that's important for Sir Charles to stick with his teammate as much as possible.
Sticks with his teammate.
Rafa Hulk is challenging Broomhandle and Rockstar as well. And then the two McLarens will be trying to catch up as soon as possible.
So, as it stands right now, Blend Machine will be leading the championship by 1 point. So he'll turn the tables around. One thing I must say is that STX hasn't really made a gap like he did before. So both Aston Martin making a staying very close together. Warner Drank is just right at the 1 minute, 1 second gap.
Yeah, so Valid Newell at the moment not having too much difficulty keeping up with his teammate. Very strong position for Aston Martin.
Yeah, very strong.
As STX setting a fastest lap. 1 minute 55.
I believe the Aston Martins are P3 on the championship. Very close battle with the both Red Bulls, so this was definitely helped them. Red Bull has 138 points and Aston Martin has 116.
So we got a train really from the Monkey Mafia back to Sir Charles at the moment, 4th to 9th place. The front 3 in front of Monkey are pretty well spaced out.
Halberg
and then
has
this group of cars
10 seconds behind Sir Charles, so must be struggling very hard in these inters.
Yeah, it looks like he's struggling for pace. And in fact now the front 4 or 5 are starting to gap each other. They're all more than a second away.
Yeah, so Valid Newell has dropped back a bit as he's 0.6 seconds to his teammate. So I think STR might have just been holding back a little.
Yeah, he could be managing his tyres a bit at this point to try and get them to the end. But he is now 2 seconds clear of his teammate.
Yeah, so he's definitely put a gap. I must say, Valigno does have a 3-second time penalty.
Oh, Red Bull spinning round. That's Rockstar.
Yep. That's
Before
Rockstar.
the final corner.
And Valigno pits. Valigno pits. I don't know why he did that. Did he have damage?
Dry tyres. He's going for dries.
Tires. He's going for the mediums. Dry tires. It did stop raining.
DRS enabled.
It's enabled. So Valigno has taken a bit of a gamble and it might have just paid off.
It does. It still looks pretty wet to me.
Oh, and he hits the wall coming out. Valigno hits the wall as he's sliding around. He did hit the wall coming out of the pit exit, so I don't know if he has damage though.
Well, his front wing looks okay.
Yeah, but he did make like 2 contacts, so I don't know. He might have like some slight damage, which if you do have some slight damage, it will in this game at least, you know, just having the slightest damage, you know, hurts your performance quite a bit for the amount of damage.
Yeah, that is true. We'll just keep an eye on Valid Newell's time for the middle sector.
Yeah.
And we'll start to see if that pit stop was the right call. I mean, usually when it says that the DRS is enabled, that's a sign that the dry tyres are the quicker compound.
He is gaining on Sir Charles. It was 28 seconds when he came out of the pits. Now he's 15.
Yeah.
He sets purple sector 2. So
what is STX going to do? STX pits.
STX pits, yeah. So what will it be?
Oh, he's got to be putting on the mediums, surely. Softs I don't think will make it to the end from here.
Softs only really last you like 5 laps.
But this could work out for Valid Newell.
Yep.
He might be on the verge of taking the lead.
Is he coming around 23? STX is still in the pit as he comes out right now.
Oh, it's going to be close.
It's going to be close. Oh, and he does. He takes the lead. Valid Newell takes a gamble, and it has paid off.
Yeah, that was a great move. Great decision from Valid Newell. We saw that he timed it pretty much perfectly because he, when he was in the pits, the DRS was enabled.
Yeah.
So right on the crossover point.
He is within 1 second to his teammate. So not only did he overtake his teammate, but he's also out of the DRS range.
Yeah, and that's crucial now. Because DRS is now enabled. Yeah, he does have that 3 seconds, so it's still advantage STX as it stands.
Yeah. So if I do my math correctly, the gap to Aston Martin to Red Bull is 22 points. And as it stands right now, STX will be putting 43 points.
Yeah, so they can take a big chunk out of. Well, I think they'd actually overtake Red Bull, given where they are
right now. So Rockstar will get 2 points. That's the stance right now. So they will overtake them. Yeah. They will be ahead of the Red Bull by 4 points. As Valid Newell sets the fastest lap of the race for 1:44.9. That will be going down as the track starts to dry up more and rubbers in. So yeah, the Aston Martins right now are going to be, it's looking right now like P2 for them in the standings.
Yeah, could be a great result for the Aston Martins.
This is also going to help them out a lot as both McLarens are pretty. Oh, and that's Tafor in the bridge section.
Broomhandle's going to make a move on Monkey Mafia for 4th place with the benefit of DRS.
And he gets the move.
Yeah, Monkey was side by side, but he stayed. And Rafa Hulk side by side with Blin.
Yeah.
Blin's going to get it on the inside.
But Blin gets the position.
So that was an important move for Blin, with Sir Charles 5 seconds behind. STX is also closing in on Valid Newell. He'll have DRS.
So STX has caught up. He's with it, so he's 5 tenths up. Within 5 tenths. We have had a very good race so far. You know, a lot of action, a lot of spins, a lot of incidents. STX does set the fastest lap. But with this, they are gaining some time to win Dark, who's behind them. So if I would be both the Aston Martins, I would just, you know, I wouldn't really try to battle it out just yet.
Well, STX doesn't need to overtake to win
Yeah,
the
he
race.
doesn't
He
need
just
to
needs to
overtake.
hold
So,
the gap.
so if I'm STX, I would just stick behind Valeniel, you know. And if you are faster, just make sure you overtake him in the straight with the RS and don't cause too much loss of time.
Yep.
So if I'm them, I would play very smart and gain as much time as possible to win in dark, who's behind.
Yeah, they just need to show some management skills here, manage the situation, and hold on to the advantage that they've got. I'm pretty sure that it would be their first 1-2 of
Up in
the season.
STX just overtakes Valeniel.
Oh,
Yep.
so did Validnul make a mistake, or was that an overtake?
No, I think it just STX just went for it. Meanwhile, in the back, having a very close battle with Broom Handle, Monkey, Mafia, Blend Machine, Rafa Hulk, and Sir Charles. Well, no, Sir Charles has dropped back a bit. We have Blend Machine who will get DRS on Monkey. Monkey does not have DRS as he is now within a second to Broom Handles. So Blend Machine will have DRS here on the very long straight. Will he overtake him? So he's using overtake, he's gaining quite a lot. No, but it's just not enough. Not enough track.
So even with the DRS, it's not always easy to make an overtake, especially if you're up against a car that has good straight line speed.
Yeah, I think you have to be like within 4/10, I believe, or 3/10, depending on the aero difference. But I mean, in this track, you wanna basically be running, you know, max downforce. So maybe turn it down 1 or 2, but I wouldn't go lower than 10. Broom Handle does get a 3-second penalty.
And that's not good for him, because he could potentially lose out to Monkey Mafia, Blin, and Rafa Hulk.
And Rafa Hulk, yeah. So Monkey Mafia does not get DRS once again. So he was 2/10 short of getting DRS.
So Blin might be able to have another go at this overtake.
Here.
He looks very close.
Very close. He might be able to overtake him here. But Monkey Mafia is using quite a lot of his ERS. As you can see, his lights are blinking. So
yeah,
that's not gonna really help him out. If I'm Blend Machine, I would just stay within behind Blend Machine and just charge my ERS and make Monkey Mafia just use a lot of his ERS. But one thing to know, Monkey Mafia has caught up to Broom Handle and is within a second. So with that being said, Monkey Mafia could also charge up his ERS. So I think Blend Machine might have lost his chance of overtaking Monkey Mafia for now.
Yeah, that's a big loss for him to have not.
As you can see, Rafa Hulk
made an
has
opportunity
been within the DRS of Blend Machine, but he can't just. Oh, and Rafa Hulk hits the wall. He's got damage, I think. Don't see any damage, but.
Is he going to pit? No, he stays out.
No, he's staying out. But he doesn't have DRS anymore. Sir Charles doesn't have DRS, but he is within 1/10. So this is going to help Sir Charles. to get right behind his teammate.
Yeah, looks like Rafa Holt does have some minor damage because that gap is increasing.
This Monkey Mafia is 5/10. He's not using any overtake, so I think he is wanting to recharge his ERS. You can see here, Blinn has about 40% and Monkey Mafia only has about 11. There's quite a big difference. There you can see the light of Monkey Mafia still blinking. Sir Charles is within 4/10 to Rafa Hulk. Will he get him here on this DRS?
So Charles is quite low on ERS, down in the sort of 15% range. Rafa Holt does have a little bit more than that.
Yeah, so he could use that to his advantage.
But we're seeing it in a few battles here that it's still very difficult to overtake, even with DRS and ERS in overtake mode. It's hard to get close enough to a driver in front.
He's within 2/10. He's gonna get him here. I don't think that's the smartest choice though.
Oh, that was very close. Rafa Holt battling it out with Sir Charles. And now on to the DRS straight. Sir Charles is going to
the inside.
Yep.
And he gets the overtake done. So now that puts Sir Charles behind his teammate. He's still going to lose his
virtual safety car.
What is
that? I was about to say the same thing.
I think it's to 4 for. I think it's to 4 as he's pitting.
So maybe he's got some wing damage.
Yeah. He's been struggling quite a lot this race. Yeah, he has no wing.
So we've got 5 laps to go. And at the front it's pretty much stayed the same for the last few laps. Once STX got ahead of Valid Newell, they've just maintained the gap between them, and also to Wiener Drank in 3rd place. Broomhandel has been falling away from the front 3 and carrying Monkey Mafia and Blinn Machine on his tail. And someone got a drive through, I think, when the VSC ended.
Yes, to 4. When Rafa gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the penalty.
So once again we've got Blinn behind Monkey Mafia and Broomhandel, but no change in the positions. Pretty much just running in a DRS train at the moment. But of course Broomhandel does have the time penalty.
4 laps to go. Oh, it's our 4. I think he might be retiring. Nope, he's getting lapped. So there's 4 laps left to go, which means it's about only 3 chances of, four more big chances of overtaking. But as it stands right now, Broomhandel will be losing position to Monkey Mafia, Blend Machine, and Sir Charles.
Yeah, so Blin on course, it would seem to get oh, and Valid Newell has got past STX again.
Yeah, but he does have that penalty.
Yeah.
So he could win, he could very well win it on track, but he will lose that position.
He would just need to make sure that Wiener Drank in third place doesn't get within 3 seconds. At the moment he's sitting about 5 or 6 seconds back.
He's sitting 5.3 seconds right now to Valagneau. So Valagneau will still have second. Oh, as Blade Machine gets a penalty.
Oh, that's a big mistake from Blin, and he's
on
gone
the
for
inside
it.
of the Monkey Mafia. Oh, he doesn't get it. Oh,
Well,
great
that
attempt at overtaking him, but just didn't work
Oh,
out.
there's STX has spun round.
STX has spun. Oh no, he spun.
Has he got any damage?
I don't think he did. He just spun. Oh, this is only going to help Valagneau. Valagneau could very well now win this race.
Yeah, he just needs to maintain the gap to Wiener Drank, and it's his for the taking. But STX, I mean, he's thrown away the race win a couple of times here tonight.
He's been on the lead. Well, he wasn't on the lead on this case, but he spun twice already. So we have two big things going on right now in the championship. So Red Bull will keep their championship by about 3 points, I believe. Yeah, no. Yeah, like about 4 points, 3 points. Not sure. And Valagneau could win this, and Blame Machine has a 3-second penalty, which means his teammate will jump him. So Blin
just hit the wall.
Ooh, he hits the wall. Yeah. Oh.
Is that going to be damage for Blin?
That's very well damaged. That was quite a big hit. But we're on lap 29, meaning only 2 more laps of a big overtake chance. Because the DRS here on the last DRS isn't really much of a help.
Looks like Blin might have actually got away with it on the damage side of things. He's still keeping pace with Monkey Mafia pretty well.
Yeah, I just don't think Sir Charles is going to really try anything. I mean, he knows he's going to be in front, so no point in risking it. But this does mean that Blin Machine will be behind by 2 points in the championship. So he went from being 1 point behind to now being 2 points. No wait, 1 point in front, so now being 2 points behind.
Yeah.
But Valagneau is keeping the gap to Winner Dark. So Valagneau could very well win this race. And like people say, another man's fortune is another man's gift.
Oh, Blin's going to get it done on Monkey Mafia now. Up to P5.
Yeah, down the inside, he up to P5.
But of course, he's going to have to pull away.
Yeah, by
to
3
a
seconds
3-second lead.
2 laps. I mean, if Sir Charles gets... I mean, still same things, you know, as Blin Machine. Blin Machine overtaking Monkey Mafia isn't really going to change anything up.
Just depends if he can pull anything of a gap now, and Sir Charles really needs to make a move on Monkey Mafia just to give himself a bit of an insurance policy on this final lap or two.
I mean, if they both have a pretty big battle, Blin Machine might just also get away with that.
And Wienerdrank is slowly but surely closing this gap. It's 4.2
Yeah. So
on
we're
the
in the last
final
lap
lap.
of the race. The gap is 4.1. Can Villeneuve keep his gap? I think he will.
Yeah, he'd have to make a pretty big mistake on this last lap to lose the win. STX has managed to recover
Sir
after
Charles
his spin.
is right up the gearbox of Monkey Mafia.
And Blin still trying to pull out as much of a gap as possible. Try and hold on to
right
that
now,
fifth
the
place.
gap to Sir Charles and Monkey Mafia is
Here goes Sir Charles.
Sir Charles overtakes Monkey Mafia. Yeah, Monkey Mafia didn't really have any ERS to work with.
And there's a yellow flag. I think that's Rafa Hulk.
Yeah, who spun.
This gap is still closing between Valid and Wiener. It's 3.6, 3.5.
Ooh. They're both pretty low in ERS. They're pushing as hard as they can. It's gonna come down to the last corner, I believe. It's 3.4, 3.5.
Oh, and Monkey's come back at Sir Charles.
Come back at Sir Charles, yeah. This is only helping Blind Machine to make a gap, but I don't think it will be enough, as the gap is only 2.8, 1.9.
Yeah, it's probably not going to be enough.
So
but Villeneuve around the final corner
has kept his lead.
Yeah, he comes over the line and wins the race. Wienerdrank is not going to be able to overturn that. He finishes in second.
He's going to be second.
STX in third.
STX to third. Broomhandler will come down in fourth, but will be put back a bit. Blind Machine takes P4 on track. Ooh, but he stays in front. He stays in front of Sir Charles.
I think Sir Charles was held up by the battling there with Monkey Mafia on the final laps.
Yeah, that's what we were saying. Oh, that just didn't help him at all. So Blind Machine will take the lead of the championship. Wow, that was a very fun race.
So Blin's going to lead it by 1 point, is that right?
Yeah.
After this?
Yeah, 1 point.
Wow, very close.
And Aston Martin just won't be. Broomhandler got a penalty towards the end. I don't know what it was.
I said it was 20 seconds, but he'd already finished.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that works.
So, Villeneuve is the driver of the day for the game. Who is your driver of the day?
It probably would have to be Villeneuve. He did a pretty solid job.
Yeah.
I think he started quite a way back as well. So yeah, I would agree with that.
Quite a big back. Yeah. So Villeneuve wins the race, and it's Science and Big's driver of the day. And he started quite far down too, I must say. Yeah, I forgot what he started on.
I think he was in the lower part of the top 10, I think.
Yeah, so he was in P8. So from P8 to P1. And
Broomhandler's penalty, he got given a 20-second penalty right at the end. I've no idea why, but it's dropped him down to 7th. So he was going to finish in P4, and then it's put him in 7th place.
Yeah.
But he might appeal that after the race.
Yeah, I think he might appeal that. I mean, I don't think he did anything wrong. But there it is. That was a very exciting race, I must say.
And it was over an hour. It was 63 minutes. So a long race.
Long race.
I think the drivers will be pretty tired after that one.
I would be too.
So, Captain, could you invite those top 3 drivers into the party so we can have a quick chat with them?
Yeah. There it is.
And just as we wait for that, I'm just going to take a moment to thank our affiliate sponsor at TCR, Fanatec. There is a link down in the description on the YouTube stream for the Fanatec website, and the link will give you a opportunity to buy Fanatec gear and contribute towards TCR as well. And Fanatec do great sim racing gear, wheels, pedals, everything you could need. So we would encourage you to do that if you are looking to take your sim racing experience to the next level.
Could you invite a valid winner drink and STX? I've invited valid, but the other two aren't appearing.
Okay, just a sec. Let's see. Okay, so I just got an invite out to Wiener Drank and then STX. I can't find STX. Okay, so we'll have to just leave that. Well, we'll give the guys a minute to join, but if they're unable to join, then we'll just have to leave it there for tonight. But Captain Blade, what was
Yes,
your
sir.
favourite moment from the race?
I must say it was towards the end when STX spun, giving Valinul the lead, and watching him trying to keep the gap to Wiener Dark to win the race, and then watching both McLarens and the Mercedes battling it out for the positions, but mostly McLaren's fighting it for the championship.
Yeah. So I don't think the top three are going to be able to join
Wiener
us.
Dark has confirmed he won't be able to join.
Yep. Yep. So I think that we will leave it there for tonight. But thank you very much to everyone on the stream for joining us and watching the race. Hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. It was a pretty eventful one. Started in the wet, ended up in the dry. We had safety cars, virtual safety cars, few crashes. Camden Luca crashing into the safety car. That was probably the craziest moment of the race. But thank you very much, and thank you to Captain Blade for joining me in the commentary booth for the first time tonight.
Yep, was very fun. We'll love to commentate back again with you. So see you guys next week.
Yeah, we'll be sure to have you back. Thank you very much to the drivers and all the officials involved with TCR and making this league possible. You can join us back tomorrow night for the Golden Class race, the Singapore Grand Prix, which will be starting at 8:45 Eastern Time. And then on Thursday night it'll be the Platinum Class, once again at 8:45 Eastern Standard Time. And that should be a good race. And then next week it'll be the Bahrain Grand Prix for the three classes, and then the week after that is in fact the TCR All-Star race with top representatives from all of the classes and some past champions and notable other drivers as well. And I believe that's going to be at the Portimao track, so that's going to be very exciting as well. That's a few weeks away at the moment. But yep, thank you very much everyone. Have a great evening, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow night for the Golden Class. But until then, have a great evening.